What up, donkeys? JackAce here with JackAce.com, and I have another original roulette system. This one is called Round Off. It's by Discord user Xtreme Enigma. Thank you, Xtreme Enigma. Xtreme Enigma suggests you should buy in for $100, but I think you should buy in for $90 or $120 because the average bet size is $30 per spin. So let's go ahead and take a look at the system. We are going to be playing on a 00 wheel. This is for all you 00 wheel players. You're going to pick 3 numbers in the center column, and you're going to bet $1 around that number and the number straight up, as well as the street that contains that number. And all your bets should not overlap. And regarding the 3 numbers that you pick on that center column, they should not overlap. So we're going to pick 8, 20, and 32, and we're going to pick the 8 numbers that surround each number, as well as the street that contains that number. So here we go with the 17, we've already done the 8, and now we're doing the 32. That is a total of $30 being bet, and let's go ahead and spin.
No more bets.
So right now we're doing this using the iPad app Roulette Royale. Later on we're going to be doing this using my simulator as well. We'll see how this system does in the simulator. 24, that's a loss of $21. We are starting with $2.22 million. That's just because you can't control how much your starting balance is with this app. Let's go ahead and rebet and respin.
No more bets.
On this system, you have an expected loss per spin of $1.59. On a single 0 wheel, you'd have an expected loss of 81 cents per spin. 22 is also a loss of $21. Let's go ahead and rebet and respin.
No more bets.
That is definitely a loss. And with that 0, we just got whacked, so now we are down $72. Let's go ahead and rebet and respin.
No more bets.
Not looking good for us so far. 25, that's another complete whack. Let's go ahead and rebet and respin.
No more bets.
So that's one of our mini wins. We win $6 there. Let's go ahead and rebet, respin.
No more bets.
Okay, we hit our bingo. So now we've won $126. We are up a total of $30. Xtreme Enigma said that you should walk when you hit your bingo. We just hit our bingo. We hit our jackpot number. So in this case, normally you would walk away, but I'm gonna keep spinning. I'm probably gonna do this just a couple more times. Rebet, respin.
No more bets.
$23, that's another $6 mini win. With this system, you have coverage of 39.5% of the wheel, and on a single 0 wheel, you have 40.5% coverage of the wheel. Now, not every win is a jackpot. You only have 3 jackpots. You also have 6 $18 wins. You have 6 $6 wins. You have 12 $21 losses, and you have 11 $30 complete whacks. Let's go ahead and rebet, respin.
No more bets.
$28, that's a loss of $21. And I'm going to show you a slightly modified version of this system. It's not exactly congruent.
No more bets.
The payouts aren't exactly the same, but the bets are only $27 instead of $30. You have higher payouts on all of your hits, but all your losses are complete whacks, $27 whacks. There are no mini whacks with my version of this. And I'm going to play this one more time using the original version, and then we'll show my system. $27 is a complete whack. So we are currently down $45 using the original system. And let me show you my modified version of this system. It's really simple. Instead of 30 different bets, there are only 3. You're gonna bet $13 on a street, $8 on a double street, and then $6 on another uncovered double street. That's a total of $27 being bet. Your 3 jackpots are 1, 2, and 3. You win $129. 4 through 9 wins $21. That was a complete whack, by the way. And 10 through 15 win $9. Everything else is a $27 whack. So the payouts are very similar, and all the losses are a little bit less although there are no mini whacks. So let's try this a couple more times.
No more bets.
$29, that's a whack. So with this, it's a lot easier to tell if you've won or lost and how much you've won or lost. With the original version of the system, you kind of have to look at the numbers, look at the layout to determine whether you won or lost and how much you've won or lost.
No more bets.
And we'll just do this last time and then we'll jump into the simulator. 30, that's a whack. So not a lot of luck with my version of the system, but the payouts are very similar. This is a case where there's not an alternate version of the original system with fewer bets that has the exact same payouts, just on different numbers. So there's no congruent system with fewer bets. This is as close as I could come to that. But let's go ahead and take a look at both systems in the JackAce Roulette Simulator. What up, donkeys? We are going to check out Round Off in the JackAce Roulette Simulator. Here we go. I have the Round Off system hard-coded in this simulator right now. And we're going to test increasing our bankroll from $120 to $150, $180, and $240. That's an increase of 25, $50, and 100%. Let's do 5,000 trials at a time. This system is pretty wild. The payouts are pretty wild. It's either 4 times your bet or you get whacked. So that kind of necessitates that we do a lot of desired trials to determine what our statistics look like. Okay, so that's done. It took us around 45 seconds to run that simulation. We were successful achieving our goal around 48.7% of the time. And that took us on average 5.5 spins per trial. And this is what the simulation looks like on a double zero wheel. I'll take a look at single and triple zero wheels later on. But let's take a look at what does it take to go to 180, an increase of 50% of our bankroll. So now that's done. We were successful 44.4% of the time, which isn't that much of a drop-off. And our average spins per trial increased to 6.3 spins per trial. We can take a look at some of these spins on a spin-by-spin basis. In our first trial in this group, we hit 33, which is an $18 win. We had a couple of mini losses, another mini win, and then we got whacked and we had no more money. We had $27 left and we couldn't make a $30 bet. In this trial, we lost $30 and then we immediately won the $126, which more than cleared our goal of winning $60. So what does it take to double our bankroll? Go to $240. So the simulation is complete. Now we are successful 34.2% of the time, doubling our bankroll. And that took us an average of 8.7 spins per trial. Again, we could take a look at some of these trials here. We had a mini loss, we had a whack, we had a small recovery, we had a bingo, but that wasn't enough to clear the threshold. So we spun again and we got another bingo. So we more than cleared our $120 goal. So let's take a look at what the graph looks like over time for this system if we just look at 200 trials. Here we get an additional graph. I don't display this graph when there are more than 300 trials because it becomes impossible to see. But you can see the trend line going down. And here is an extremely bad performance of minus 10%. That's over double of what you would expect to see. Since we have such a small sample size, this value here is really going to fluctuate wildly. So what does this system look like with my modified version of this betting pattern? It's a little bit different. You're only betting $27 and the highest win is a little bit higher. Instead of winning $126, you can win $129. So because of that, I'm going to expect to see a little bit better performance. So let's see what this looks like. We're going to do 5,000 at a time. So here we are successful 51.5% of the time. And that's higher than 48.7, which is what we got earlier. And it only took 5.2 spins per trial as opposed to 5.5. Let's take a look at the trial to make sure that the results are in line with what we expect. With my modified version, numbers 1, 2, and 3 were the jackpot and you won $129. 4 through 9 won $21, and that's what you see here. 10 through 15, we don't have any examples of that, but that was a small win, and then everything else was a whack. So what does this look like if we try to increase our bankroll by 50% and go from 120 to 180? So now we have a 45.6% success rate, average number of spins per trial 6.2. So a slight improvement over what we were seeing before, 44.4% success and a 6.3% average spins per trial. And finally, what does it look like if we want to double our money? So now we are successful 36% of the time, average spins per trial of 8.7. Average spins per trial doesn't really seem to fluctuate much between the original system and my modified version, but you do notice an improvement in the success rate, 36% here as opposed to 34.2. And we can do the rest of the simulations for single zero and triple zero wheels, and really across the board, the improved system seems to do a little bit better. So that's my simulator. If you guys want a sneak peek of my simulator, join my Discord. I'm showing updates to my simulator about every week. I'm constantly working on this simulator and hope to have it available to the public in probably August of 2023. So stay tuned. So that's round off, guys. What do you guys think of this system? What do you think of my changes to the system? I like this system. There's enough opportunity to hit something big. You can win over 4 times your original bet when you hit one of those jackpots. You can also scale this system up and use $5 units. That would take this to a $150 average bet. You can scale up to $10 units. That would be a $300 average bet. Or you can go crazy and bet $25 units. That is a $750 average bet. I think I would probably go with my modified version of this system just for a flat betting system and just for simplicity's sake. I think overall I would give the system a B. So let me know in the comments what you think of the system. Let me know if you have a system that you'd like to see. You can always join my Discord where I am taking roulette system submissions and suggestions, and I will do reviews of them like this one, and I will run them through my simulator as well. If you like content such as this, remember to like and subscribe. Always gamble responsibly, and peace out, donkeys.